Team Quantum versus DME. Both very notable teams in the SEA community, with Team Quantum being more popular. Anyways, DME has been, a team that has been at odds to an extent. Being thrown around, their roster not really sticking. But now we can see them in their full potential, and hopefully today's match will be very interesting. It's a best of 3 actually. So first ban coming out here from Team Quantum, taking out, or they're banning the IQ. Very interesting. They definitely have a plan to work with either an Echo or a Valkyrie, hopefully. No, DME taking some time with their bans. Anyways, second ban comes from DME, and that is the Hibana. Now that's actually very strange operator to ban, as that now eliminates a lot of destruction potential on the end of DME. Strange operator to ban, as apologies for that. Anyways, next ban coming out from DME again, and again taking their time, definitely no issue with that. And it's the Echo that gets banned. Very good choice, as now it eliminates the potential for them to just have one Echo drone up there and be invincible, but that's not important. Anyways, the last ban comes from Team Quantum, and it's the Mirror that goes away. Mira is actually a very strong operator on Villa, as she has the potential to play vertical and however she wants to. But that aside, operators have been banned, and on defense is Quantum and attack is DME. What operators will they pick? We shall find out. Very interesting picks with the Legion Maestro Jaeger on defense Bandit, and Lost Defender is Dark. And attack, we have Thermite, Twitch, Ash, Thatcher, and Jackal. Oh, sorry, Buck rather. Now, will anyone 6 pick from any of their current operators? We shall see. Now, Bandit's actually a very good operator to keep on this map, as now any Thermite breaching potential can be stopped, and True Talent switches over from Dark to Valkyrie. Very good choice, as now they have more information when they breach into study. So now starting off, they decide to go to Games Room, and maybe it's not a bad site, but it's a tricky one to hold because there's just so much things that could go wrong. But hopefully Quantum has a plan to keep that all from going haywire. True Talent shooting out some of the blocks, still putting her cams, which are going to the trees, over the pots, which are now very hard to spot, and easy to spot now, apparently. So pretty basic setup coming here from Quantum. Not much being changed, or rather not much difference from a normal ranked game setup, but how they play would be a gigantic factor into winning this game. Half of DME spawns, or rather all of DME spawns on the opposite side of the map, but hopefully pushing in through the master bedroom. So Jeffrey running out master bedroom just in case anyone is there, but doesn't see the room that is actually on the end of the second floor, which is Klayve. Klayve's the window getting opened, and only being so far away from the Buck. If the Buck were to cross that corridor, or to cross that door, he would be dead. Jones just missing Klayve, not actually spotting him directly, but Jackal seems to know that he's there. Now Klayve knows that Jackal is up to something, and Klayve gets taken out, getting traded by Flare taking down the Thermite, which eliminates any possible breaches with a bandit charging the way. Anyway, 4v4 situation, and it doesn't look like any Quantum members plan to roam except for Darkpanda roaming on stairs, or rather roaming on main hallway. Jackal finds True Talon and shoots, and you know takes some damage off of True Talon, but doesn't quite hit him. I think, or doesn't quite, you know. No one calls. Sophia Mine goes out, possibly to take out any of those Legion traps that could be there. And Phantom gets taken out by Flare. A straight headshot, and Kirana comes in and trades out Phantom for his fallen brother. Anyway, Buckler takes out True Talon. Kirana also takes out Sonic. Now in a 1v3 situation, will Darkpanda be able to take this back? He is on the roamer. He is up doing the roaming job and flanking. Doesn't quite see Zay as you know, he walks into library, and that is round 1 given to, or rather won by DME. Fairly strange plays actually coming out from Team Quantum, as they're not really watching any of their flank routes, but maybe that's just to give them a false sense of pride, or rather a false sense of accomplishment. Maybe now it will be different, or maybe now they have a better plan. We can only hope that. Anyways, more or less same operators being brought, with the exception of Twitch, who is being picked as a substitute to Buck, and Twitch is actually a better operator, as they now know they have a Maestro, which is now in the new update going to be counterable by Twitch. Anyways, both sides seem to stay on the operators that they chose. No one 6-picking, except for Klayve 6-picking onto Valkyrie instead of True Talon, which is definitely a good choice. Anyways, Quantum going back to the same side, doing the same basic reinforcements. Oh, not doing anything different, really, you know, except for having some players switch off to another operator, but other than that, more or less it's the same. Phantom has a really good drone, watching classical hallway, and you know, just can spot any roamers or any anchors that are holding down that hallway in case they want to push in through study hall. But I highly doubt that. Legion spots his drone and takes it out, makes quick work of it. But no, but that doesn't really put a dent in their plan. It's clear. Interesting cam, because now he has it out in Skylight, but it's covered by the leaves sadly. I was seeing most of Quantum roaming out, actually 4 members of Quantum roaming out, and 2 on the fight against Phantom. Now Phantom can actually get help from Buckler, or rather has help from Buckler now, as they is helping him join in. Sound cue from Legion's Glue Mine is given out, but no one is, you know, captivating, or rather no one is taking the opportunity. Legion holds the angle down onto Phantom and ends up getting the headshot on Phantom. Asking True Talon to kill him. Now Panda is up back to about roughly 90 HP, with Kirana just holding the angle in case of any runouts. Make Klayve keeping an eye on that Valcam, just in case anyone decides to jump in and so he can, you know, get that kill that he would need. Buckler takes out Flare, now it's a 4v4 situation, and Zay takes out Darkpanda. Now no one actually coming in here to get the trade, and no one coming in here to trade out any of the fallen Quantum members. But now Zay gets stung by the Glue Mine, and you know, makes quick work of taking it out. Kirana slowly peeking around the corner just in case any, you know, roamers are there to take him out. Zay kills Sonic, but doesn't quite see True Talon down in that hallway in study, and just takes out True Talon. Now in a 2v3 situation, there's a lot of opportunity for Quantum to come back, but will they actually captivate on that and take this and win this round? Maybe not. There's pings for True Talon has gone out. Kirana just gets a bit ahead on that gunfight and ends up killing him. Klayve taking out both the Thermite and Buckler. I know 1v1 situation. BSK is inside, doesn't quite know what the Valkyrie is, or where the Klayve is, and Klayve just holding down that angle. You know, checking in case anyone comes through the rotation. Gets the ping, but doesn't quite look at where the ping is. Now diffuser goes down. Klayve can definitely hear it clear as day. Doesn't have any initial cells, but BSK gets shot at. Doesn't quite, do anything. BSK flicks back onto Klayve, and that is round 2 won by DME. This was surprising how BSK decided to take that damage, or rather, listen, let him get shot at, but not taking any damage, of course. Anyway, good plays coming up here from DME. Just, Quantum was unlucky enough not to get that frag. But anyways, yeah. Pretty much same people and the same operators as before, with Klayve playing on the Bandit, and True Talent playing on Clash, or never mind, Jaeger, and Dark Panda on Legion. Phantom actually trying out Buck instead of the previous operator that he played, which isn't too bad. True Talent switches over to Clash. Very good choice, as now he can hold back any rushers or any last minute pushes that could come off here from DME. And Zay switches over to Jackal to catch Honey. Roma slides Dark Panda off guard on his Roma. Anyways, Quantum finally opts to go for statutory room instead of normal normal games room hold.
Place device.
Set device. Evil eye deployed.
Device placed.
Shield is up and ready.
Position device.
Sonic actually having a very interesting Maestro camp being placed over there. Just about any rumors or any attackers that are coming down through that hallway will get detected and killed before they can make it into sight.
Reload! Shield deployed. The water's been reinforced!
They're roaming as Bandit main entrance on the flower pot, holding main hallway down, but slowly pushing up main stairs. Just drone coming down, but the drone doesn't quite, fully go down into stairs to find Klayve. Anyways, Zay just missing Klayve by only so much. Klayve now has the potential to possibly go for a flank, but still holds his ground, not trying to blow any cover. Zay gets stung by Darkpanda's ghoul mines, and True is doing his job and giving out the information that Darkpanda needs, to actually help him out if he was in a sticky situation. Anyways, he pre-shouts in case any enemies are there, but sadly none are. Yeah, my crosses his way. Dark Panda is now alerted that there is someone on True, but True doesn't switch to his attention. Corona takes out Dark Panda. Now it's just a 1v1 on the Clash in line, because now BSK is coming to try and help True, but sorry, rather help Corona. Corona just takes out True Talent, and Bakla takes out Klayve, putting an end to his roaming. Now, to V3 situation just as before, but now hopefully Quantum does have the upper hand. Holding a really good angle here is Flare, and just apparently not telling that he should just wait it out, and that is round 3 given to DME. It's actually Flare had quite some time to actually, flick onto the Kirana, but didn't take that advantage that he had. But no, yes, this is pretty surprising, bouncers coming out from Quantum, as they would usually be winning most of their matches, but apparently maybe it's just not their day. With Darkpanda deciding to play Vigil instead of Lesion, surprising, since Darkpanda was the main Vigil player, main Lesion player for Quantum up till now, and he decides to go for Pulse instead, which is a very good pick. There's not much changing, still pretty basic reinforcements coming out here from both sides. Sorry, not both sides, but pretty basic reinforcements coming out here from Quantum. No, not much is really changing on their end, but yeah. Very interesting that Zay decides to play Capital instead of Pulse. Not Pulse, I apologize. Instead of Jackal, yeah, because he was pretty much playing Jackal, to my knowledge, up until now, and actually Capital isn't that much of a bad pick, because now he can flash any roamers or defenders out if he needs to with those firebolts. Darkpanda doing his job in the dining rooms, so looking at that wall just in case anyone is there, and Buckler takes out Klayve, who was roaming inside games room, and just making quick work of him. Darkpanda calls out that there's one on roof.
Reloading! Disabling electro. Oh, it'll sting a lot.
Calling out that there is in fact one on his spin. His team doesn't quite take advantage. His team doesn't quite do anything with the information. That's right now they are pinned in bathroom. Darkpanda taking out Phantom, just eliminating one from the roster, and nearly Nitro Cells Zay, I think. Nearly Nitro Cells one of DME, but doesn't quite hit it, and is stopped by something. Anyway, Zay takes out Darkpanda from stairs and makes quick work of him, on reasonably low health, and Zay still holding that go down. Flair's probably called out that there's one, or whether they probably know that there's a lot that most of the team is inside bedroom right now. Sonic holding the angle in case Buckler tries to make any last minute rushes. The DME with diffuser in hand, only being so many people inside objective doesn't quite do anything with the information yet, as they're not totally sure whether the site is clear or not. BSK taking the chance to push in, never mind Buckler getting the headshot onto True. Buckler takes out Flare, and Kirana takes out Sonic, and that is round 4, won by Demonic. It's just super interesting to see how a team like DME can defeat Quantum, or rather not defeat Quantum, but how a team like DME can actually work together this well and take out their foes, which is just astonishing. Seeing that there's definitely a lot of communication going on in their individual comms, but just that DME has the upper hand in the situation. Anyways, Hirana being the dedicated thermite on this team, Zay decides to pick Twitch, and Buckler is on Sledge. Well, Sludge is a very good option. Now he has a lot of room for destruction potential, and you know, this overall, there's a lot of damage that he can cause. So he's 6 picking to Sophia instead of Bakla. Very interesting. Very interesting indeed. And Flares decides to 6 pick from the cap can to Dark, which I think that's what they actually needed. Cap can to watch their flanks. Anyways, Quantum decides to go back into game stream, and hopefully they're more successful than before. As now, you know, Zay is on Sophia, and I believe that Bakla is actually really powerful on Sophia. So really for the best. It's probably maybe they won't be so successful because now Bakla is after Sophia. But anyway, that does not matter. What matters is that hopefully Quantum can win this round and put at least 1 to their name throughout this match. Wait, Dark Panda doing some pretty basic cam spots, trying on while getting a trophy cam in case any attackers have to go through there. Yeah. Some last minute reinforcements coming out, and luckily there's no one to pre-fire them.
Evil eye on watching. Whoa, reinforced!
Talent doesn't quite notice that there was actually enemies above him. Because of that, he doesn't quite know what kind of trouble he's in right now. You have to push upstairs. Phantom just catches him off guard while he's climbing upstairs, and now pushing into main entrances. No, actually, that was a very important player, or the important operator that they picked off. As now, you know, they have the element of surprise from Quantum's end. And now they'll just have to rely on if Zay takes out Klayve and Dark Panda coming in for the trade of Sophia, and now DME actually losing a really good operator for their end, as now they can't really flush out those roamers or any anchors that could be inside. Piranha jumping in through classical hall window, but a very risky play as he took some damage from I believe to be Flare. My friend slowly pushes up onto DME, rather Kirana and BSK. Oh sorry, yeah. And BSK. Now BSK actually team killing Phantom. Hopefully that's by accident and that wasn't intentional. But anyways, Flare holding the envelope into hallway, and whoa, is she doing a they're having 2 enemies inside of, or they're having 1 inside hunting vault. BSK just sees flash hit for a second, but doesn't quite, you know, take any action against it. Although it doesn't quite seize the opportunity to frag, and Flare runs out into hallway into the arms of Kilrana, and that is round 5-1 by DME. Oh, definitely amazing plays coming out here from DME and Quantum, but it's just that Quantum doesn't quite have their footing yet, and that could be the reason why they're losing. But maybe, you know, they just haven't found their inspiration for this game, but hopefully that can change when they're on attacking. Maybe they have those shots for attacking round that they're just like breezing through the defense round. But anyways, that could be saved for later. But Panda's playing Castle and Flare's on mute, which is very surprising picks, you know, as we haven't seen much Castle or mute action from Quantum throughout their whole scrims and matches that they've played. Anyways, both teams start to send to 6 pick, but possible 6 pick coming out here from Flare. But no. Anyways, both sides decide to stay on the operators that they've chosen, and no one is 6 picking yet. You know. They're going kitchen, which is the last result of the map, I would say. And you know, hopefully now they can actually win a game or win a round on kitchen. And maybe with that win, that could push them to perform better. I'm deciding to roam as Dark, which is very surprising, as you don't see much roam Dark on this map, including Villa itself, because the map is pretty hectic in the sense of there's so much things that you can do. But anyway, that is not important. Darkpanda possibly getting the drop onto the bug. Possibly getting the drop on the bug that is on 2nd floor, but nothing is confirmed yet. Buckler, Phantom takes out Klayve, who was roaming in library, which now again eliminates the element of surprise that could possibly be there, and takes out Darkpanda, who just paused in the middle of the room, being an easy target for Phantom. Now, you know, Quantum's just dropping like flies, and while this is the best of 3, this is still very you know, this is very what's the word for it? Disappointing plays coming out here from Quantum, as they can definitely do better than this, but hopefully they will bring this back on the second map. Flag gets pinged by the Zophia's drone, and now BSK is just doing what he can to do destruction. Now Phantom nearly getting the headshot on True Talon, which is not the last man standing, watching his kitchen flag. It sees the Zofia but doesn't quite get her, and that is the first half won by DME. Now could this be a 7-0 that comes out from that DME is aiming for? Hopefully it's not, as that would be very disappointing, you know, from a standpoint of a Quantum supporter, as they've done really good for their past season, but they're just not finding the luck that they need this game. But again, this is the first map, so hopefully they can bring this back on the second map. This is match point, and this is the last game. With now Flare, now very interesting operator lineup being played by Quantum. You know, bringing the Thatcher, Thermite, Nomad, Jackal, Blackbeard, and also interesting lineup coming from DME with a smoke, Mute, Dark, Maestro, and Jaeger. Klayve switching off from the Blackbeard to the Zofia, very good pick definitely, and hopefully this works out for them, as a 7-0 would be fairly disappointing. Okay, so DME decides to go for a game 2, and hopefully they can be more successful than Quantum. You know, on this side, you say it's Kirana deciding to run the double shotgun strike, and hopefully that doesn't work out, as both Mute and Smoke are fairly strong for shotgun or their SMGs. Other SMGs, but yeah. Surprisingly, no bandit picks, but hopefully that Mute looks as good as a bandit. Phantom deciding to put an ADS by the side of was that BSK? No. By the side of Buckler, you know, possibly to get any of those stun grenades or smoke grenades that Quantum might want to throw into, to have a better chance of getting a kill on Buckler. Maybe Darkpanda doesn't know that there's a Jaeger roaming inside or the inside of master bathroom. Darkpanda is now inside, slowly pushing past the bathroom. But Phantom just getting wall banged, headshot by Darkpanda through the wall. Now 5v4, now in a 5v4 situation. Hopefully Quantum can actually finally stand a chance to win this game. Now getting a ping that there is one inside of games room. Not doing much, you know, that. Tries to wallbang, just the wallbang the enemy that was pinged, but doesn't quite. But you know, he's long gone by now. Anyway, Buckler stands up and he knows that they're probably gonna push by classical hallway or with the second floor hallway, and he's holding that angle from trophy room. Now whether he'll actually catch anyone is not the issue. Zay is the first up to get pinged or threaded tracked by Jackal, our favorite hunter, in Music Siege. Wait, no. No one's actually near him right now, so not much can be done with that information. Anyway, with the support of Maestro, he can possibly get this. He can possibly finish off Quantum here, just as a solo man. But we do not know that yet. EMP from the Brando gets zapped out a bit, and Sonic getting a clean headshot onto Buckler. Anyways, Sonic tries to open up the wall, but is denied by BSK. And True Talent takes out Piranha. Could this possibly be their comeback? Maybe or maybe not. Zay gets the really barely gets a headshot onto Darkpanda with diffuser going down with only so much time left. Anyways, he doesn't quite see that the one on bar, only using his SMG to fight the rest of Quantum, and Klayve gets the kill onto Zay. Well, very good play. Quantum is finally stepping up their game, and hopefully this isn't a one-off thing and they can bring this to overtime to win this game, and I personally hope it too. And yo, yeah, I do agree with you, Weirdo, but the thing is, Quantum has actually lost all their rounds on defense, so that's fairly disappointing. But hopefully that's just so that they can save their strats on Border, which is our next map of the day. You pretty much seen picks coming out here from both sides, and not much is being changed. Excuse me. And not much has changed, except for the people who play the operators, but that is okay. Oh, DME actually going to statutory and trophy. Instead of going back to games room. Maybe that's because they have a different strat saved for this map or for this site, and hopefully that works out better than games room.
Activate jammer. Activate jammer. UAV deployed.
More or less pretty basic setup coming from DME, but very strange that Piranha doesn't use the impact grenades instead opting for barbed wire, which is in a sense good depending on the situation, but that aside, great choice nonetheless. Anyways, run out from Phantom takes out Darkpanda, eliminating the Nomad from their arsenal, and now they can, DME has a bit more movement or a bit more free space for them to roam around without having to worry off the edge, possibly putting a hole in their plans. Anyways, Quantum's still joining out the whole area except for True Talon and Sonic. Knowing that bedroom is clear, they can push in, but they don't. Zay is still holding kitchen in the event that a possible bot tries to come from below and take out anyone or whether they destroy the floor. Phantom knows what. Phantom can hear that there are indeed people that are breaking into master bedroom, but doesn't quite do any of the information. And a pretty weird mushroom camp spot. I'm surprised that they don't put it near the hatch where you could get an angle into the drone hole and possibly stab anyone. But anyways, that aside, Jackal Flare now is striking BSK, and hopefully he can do some of that information to eliminate him. Knowing that BSK is quite close with the he's actually holding an angle so that if any attackers try to rush him, he can actually get the upper hand. Even though Jackal knows where he is, that not really doing anything with that information. Flare is still just aiming down, pushing side with, or sometimes looking at red stairs. No more footprints for him to scan, and has to probably push side even though he has 2 more scans left. He's surprisingly not activating his items. Doesn't really do much. Anyways, Phantom uses his evil eye. Could possibly get a wallbang if he shoots in the right area. It's just the gun barrel of Sonic doesn't quite take the shot, and Sonic kills Bakla, eliminating the dog from the play. It's not up to Phantom to possibly bring this round back and eliminate both members of Quantum that are inside the open closet right now. Sonic goes ups the plan. BSK takes out Flare, who was previously tracking him. Now with only 10 seconds on the clock is Klayve pushing into side, getting taken out by Phantom, and that is the first game won by DME. Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, that was absolutely not horrendous, but that was definitely something coming out from Quantum, and just DME having the upper hand in Villa. And of course, being their map, that's not really surprising or shocking. Anyways, we are off to next match, but a possible 5-minute break, maybe. Okay, and the game is back on. Yeah, the stream is loading for me.
Yes.
Is the stream working for you?
Refreshing. I'm checking. I don't think so. It's working right now. Yeah, getting a network error.
Alright, sure. I'll just stop the stream real quick and bring it back on. I set to 720p. Yeah, I set to 720p. Okay. Start the stream, map 2, and we are live again.
Alright.
Is the stream working now?
Yeah, it's working now. Yeah.
Alright, good. Alright, hello ladies and gentlemen. This is map 2 of Team Quantum versus Demonic Esports. And sorry for the technical error that was happening just now. Anyways, bands coming out on attack is Thermite. There could be very good bands now. You have the defenders. The defenders don't have to deal with Dokubi's phone calls, and Thermite they now don't have the Thermite, so he can't just open gigantic breach holes. And on the defense band is Mirror and Pulse, very good bands for their own reason. But anyways, the FBI saw yes, Balka. Anyways, first, and Quantum starting on attack rather than defense, which was last game. Anyways, yeah, pretty basic operator picks, from DME, Zay on the mute, and then Buckler, Jaeger, Smoke, Legion, Maestro. And from Team Quantum, Thatcher, IQ, Hibana, Jackal, and Zofia. Very good picks from both ends, or from both teams. Phantom deciding to 6-pick over to the Valkyrie, a very good choice, might I add, because now they have more information that they can use, or rather gain. And doesn't look like any 6-pick is coming out from Team Quantum. Yes, Quantum going second floor for their first defense round. Oh, sorry, not Quantum. DME going to second floor for the first defense round. Good sight, no matter what operators you play. And Zay is actually creating a really good rotation hole from over the angle from CCTV into Fountain. BSK opening up this wall, which is a very good line of sights and stops any possible attackers from coming in, through office by that wall. The game has started and Klayve has spawned by West Tower, or rather by West Vehicle Exit, and that's actually a really good place to spawn, as now he can control any people that are planning to run out, possibly. We can see that Phantom is playing Valkyrie, playing CCTV to possibly run out on anyone that is trying to possibly go through CCTV. Very good hold. Being accompanied by Buckler to watch her flank in case anyone tries to come in. There's Sophia spots the camp, shoots it out, and Valkyrie and Phantom could possibly run out, but will risk not getting anyone. With the Darkpanda pushing on through balcony. The corner just misses Flare by an inch, nearly getting him, but just not finding that kill. Flare is now holding down the angle in case Phantom tries to run out on that angle again. Anyways, Phantom runs out but doesn't quite spot Flare. While Flare is repelling, he does not know that, but he just thinks that he's still on balcony. Now nothing's coming out here for Phantom, and Phantom gets picked up by Flare. Very good use of the concussion mines, and putting a claim in case anyone tries to run out. Zay trades out Blanca. Zay finds Anti and trades out Phantom, and Darkpanda trades out Darkpanda trades out Anti by taking out Zay. Anyways, Buckler coming on east stairs, being tracked by the Vigil. Just trying to find that vault, that small little vaulting space that you can use, but just not finding it. Flare takes one out with a pistol. Very impressive, I would say myself. BSK comes in and balances out that smoke with his own smoke canister. First impact or concussion mine, I'm not too sure which one, is being taken out by the ADS. Flare is idling a bit, but still gets the flick onto BSK, and that's what they need. And Darkpanda finds Buckler's head, and that is round 1 won by Team Quantum. Now this is just a really big relief. As you can see now, Quantum is performing way better than previously, but can they keep it up is the question, and hopefully they can. Quantum is a good team on border. I should know myself, as I've personally fought them on border, but anyway, that is not important as of now. It's pretty basic setup with Anti going on to the IQ to possibly find that Echo, or find the Valkyrie if they would 6-pick, but I don't think DME would, as this is a pretty solid lineup. A Klayve 6 picking back onto Jackal. Wow, a really good use for the 6 pick. But apparently faking me out and choosing Thatcher instead. Well, really good pick. That's now, you know, he can actually get that long range damage done. So sorry. You know, DME going for the same spot, you know, changing out some operators. Instead of bringing the Valkyrie, you know, they decide to opt for the Maestro instead, which is a very good pick. If Phantom finds the spawn pick on Anti, very good shot, even an even better angle that he has, you know, from there. But he doesn't quite watch his staircase flank and gets taken out by Darkpanda. Very good trade actually, cause now they took off two very useful operators for both ends. You know, Darkpanda is just holding down the hallway, making sure that no one tries to possibly flank him while he tries to join out. Whereas Jaeger has his back to the wall. With knowing that there's actually attackers surrounding him right now, he doesn't really know what to do. But I think Darkpanda's trying to keep up with him, but not actually. Anyway, Darkpanda now knows that there is a Jaeger there. Buckler takes out Sonic, and but sadly Flare nor Klayve does anything to possibly trade him out. But Buckler's not done yet. He drops to the first floor and possibly, you know, tries to flank the Darkpanda. Buckler slowly goes up onto Easter, spots Claymore, but can he find an angle to take it out? And he finally vaults onto the stairs and knifes the Claymore, but doesn't quite see the edge up and gets knocked back. Now Darkpanda knows that there is actually one on stairs, and he decides to go by balcony, just missing Buckler right before he can peek him, and Buckler gets headshot and taken down from Darkpanda. Now Zay is moving up on stairs, making quick work with his SMG-11, but doesn't quite, you know, take the opportunity to push Flare. Over the push Darkpanda, and Panda knows that there's actually open there. Barely sees the head of Zay and ends up taking out Zay. Maybe he makes a call, maybe he does not. Flare comes in, flicks onto Zay while he's down. Klayve getting the hit shot onto BSK, and now securing objective. You know, Flare, Klayve is slowly planting down. Corona is still trapped in armory and not doing much, but using whatever he can to possibly buy him some time on the attackers. Corona takes out Flare, doesn't realize that there's actually no one on armory wall, and gets taken out by Darkpanda, and there is round 2-1 by Team Quantum. Just really good plays actually coming out here from Team Quantum. Better than DME from last game, and hopefully they can bring this to overtime and get our third map, Oregon.
Can I see the score a bit?
It's right now scores Quantum's doing quite well, with Sonic and Anti seeming to lag in terms of kills, but you know, for the most part they're doing what they can to contribute to the team. But we can't really blame you can't blame Anti on that, because Anti was taken out very early in the game, but that didn't really stop Quantum for from doing the most that they could. Anyways, yeah. Flare 6 picking over to Sledge, very good pick, as they're now in ventilation offices, so that would just be in their favor now, since they have that sledgehammer to open up most of the floor, and combined with Klayve's shotgun secondary, they could really cause some good destruction. This map. Oh, they're on this site. Flare getting a really good drone up into the main hallway. Just watch any possible flanks that could happen. Oh, and this is actually a very interesting drone area, as now he has a view of offices and hallway, so that could really work into advantage for any rumors that could possibly, you know, try and flank them.
Set device.
And use a claymore for the round just in case anyone tries to possibly pick him off. With Fleur droning into office, if he spots the bandit, bandit gets a sound cue that there is one in office, and the sledge has broken on into office. But whether he'll, you know, take the opportunity to possibly pick off Fleur, Fleur just slams through that wall and catches Phantom off guard, taking out their bandit. Now with 1 man down, Jaeger has to fight. Jaeger now has to fight Fleur all by himself, but will he prevail in this fight? Maybe he will. Deciding to flank instead, Buckler goes into customs and inspections, possibly alerting one through that sound. Sonic burning out those ADSs. While she carrying her flashbangs, does not seem to spot anyone, but Andy finds Buckler and makes quick work with him too. Very interesting angle that Kilrana's actually holding on this hatch, you know, really messing up any defenders or whether any attackers that could possibly come up here. Now Sonic finds you know, a really good angle to frag onto Kilrana and not dropping into sight yet. BSK being tracked by Jackal. No one is actually hunting him yet, or rather for now. Smoke grenades goes to the side, and now there is a slight angle onto BSK, but no one is. In fact, BSK is still somehow standing. Tries to flick back onto the sledge, but being very unsuccessful. Last ping goes out, and that is his current position. He thinks he's, you know, maybe safe. But no, that just isn't true. And Flash finds that small little angle to finish off BSK. Anyway, then drops into sight. Zay downs him, taking out Sonic, but not being able to finish off Darkpanda. And that is round 3, won by Team Quantum. It's really good to see Quantum win after taking such a hard loss. But to be fair, that map was actually DME's map. So, you know, the chances of them winning now isn't really that surprising. But nevertheless, it is refreshing to see them perform this well again. Anyways, pretty basic picks with DM with Buckler on the Legion instead of, you know, playing the Jaeger like he would normally do. And more or less the same operators are being chosen out from this by both teams. You know, BSK on Maestro, which I believe wasn't seen, whether there was a bandit. But anyways, they decide to go for the second armory, for second floor lockers again, and hopefully they can be more successful on this map. Buckler doing the same, so they're doing a pretty basic setup, playing as Legion, a really good one, in fact, as now he can get the information of when attacking the eastern stairs. But whether he uses that information correctly is another issue. Anti is a carrier of the team in the sense of he has the diffuser now. Now they're gonna be working together to plant this diffuser as they always are. And Klayve just using that small little space in between the barricade and the ceiling to take out the cam. Very, just very good eye. They're trying to run out and get a frag onto Flare. He's not quite successful, and now he's about to have quite a number of attackers on him. Anti gets a shot to the chest, taking quite a bit of damage from Zay, and just having to solo this fight all by himself with Phantom helping him. Now Phantom slowly peeks onto the door. Zay picks up a friend out, Klayve chasing out Zay, and now Klayve is down. Now a possible refract could happen, but Phantom just takes up Anti and finally goes down to the Ibana. And that's and Kirana just popping out of sight just to pump him in the face and runs back out. Now Flair's the last man standing. He has the fuser, and I believe DME knows where he is, but they won't get too cocky and push him, not just yet. And Sonic leaves. And DME wins round 4. This may be a forfeit from Quantum if they choose to. Wow, actually this is quite disappointing, or rather quite sad that Quantum is now, done. Quantum might either have to forfeit this game because of their one-man disadvantage, or they can choose to carry on, and hopefully they do carry on actually.
Activated device. Razor wire ready.
Again, pretty basic setup with BSK taking some damage from his own teammate, but I don't think that would really affect them that much. It's only such a small amount of health. Hopefully, DME won't get too cocky now, knowing that they now have a one-man advantage, and that hopefully that will make Quantum play into their strokes a bit more. Oh, three of Quantum members spawning by Valley, with the Sophia spawning by West to cover any possible runouts or the spawn peaks that could happen. This Klayve sees a smoke jumping through a small little rotation hole, just barely. On the drone. Anyways, Quantum's really playing with time here, as they're now aware that if they take too much time, they could possibly just lose this whole game due to DME playing the time.
Loading new mag.
But it's good for them to take it slow. Darkpanda tries to push into office, but he doesn't fully go through with it. And asking for now they have a entrance into office, but doesn't quite see that Zay is inside there waiting for him, or rather Phantom is inside there waiting for them. And now Phantom is pinned actually. Doesn't know that there's actually one on the other side of that wall. Phantom does not find the quantum player, and because of that he is now dead. And because the scoring system is turned off in the Pro League settings, he does not know that he actually downed Zay. It's just not many options except for Zay to drop down the hatch and get revived, and that's exactly what he does. With Kirana just catching him barely before he dies, escaping death by only such a small amount. It's a pretty fair fight with, you know, both teams being at moderate health, with the exception of Anti and Zay, who is holding detention, who is holding the interrogation office down. Is both teams being in a pretty good position to get a fragment off each other. Flare breaks open. Flare breaks open the floor above Kirana, and Kirana smokes it out. Flare taking a really risky play to stand still above his own scratch to possibly get a frag. Klayve takes out BSK and Kirana, and Klayve being traded by Buckler. Now in the 3v4 situation, in a 3v1 situation, Zay has to play with time here. If Fuser goes down, Darkpanda knows he has to cover. Flare is their only chance of winning this, or winning this. And Flare goes down immediately. It's now Zay versus Darkpanda, both on low health, but doesn't quite know where Zay is. Darkpanda opting to revive his down friend instead of, you know, defending the diffuser, a very good option. Blank Anti goes down by Zay, and Darkpanda just roughly finding Zay and winning that game, or they're winning this round. Just these are the moments that you play Rainbow Six Siege for. You know, just see this small little plays that you'll never see anywhere else. And I think that's really what the beauty of Siege is. It's just like, it's relaxing. It's a totally new experience. Anyway, looking at the setup now, it's most probably that Team Quantum is gonna go to overtime, and sorry, not overtime, rather to map 3, and possibly bring this home with whoever they decide to play with or bring. Excuse me for that. Darkpanda getting his drone into offices to watch for anyone possibly trying to flank, and DME, you know, choosing the same spot, definitely not a fight, definitely not. Also not a choice in the sense of, you know, they've been losing this site for quite some time now. But anyway, that isn't important. What is important is how to decide to play this map or play this site to, you know, to work in their favor. And this is the last round, so if they win, it's gonna be it's gonna be 4-1, or rather 4-2. But hopefully they can win this. But hopefully Team Quantum can win this game 7-1. But that is merely speculation. It's Anti saying to journal Easters into the camp so that no defenders can come up, or whether they can see him go through. Making his way downstairs. Is Anti, and Flare just goes down. You know, Anti coming back up, getting the call, he's down. And Darkpanda shooting out Buckler. and Phantom trading out Dark Panda. Well, just a lot of trades happening today from both sides. Now in a 4v2 situation, NT and Klayve have the potential to actually win this back. But NT goes down and last man standing is is Klayve. Klayve holding that little angle that he could possibly use his advantage. He spots Zay and hits him for a little bit. But Zay is also holding another tight angle onto Klayve, which could possibly work in this 3v2. With one stun grenade left with one impact grenade and 2 stuns left, Klayve is gonna Klayve's gonna have to ration them out so that it works in her favor, or his favor rather. Not much that Klayve can do except to hopefully find the frag that he needs onto DME, but that's also by a rough shot that he can actually hit them. Spots the Echo Drone just barely enough. Or rather just in the nick of time. I apologize for my weird speech patterns. Runner can possibly, run out and get Klayve, but whether he'll take the opportunity. Now Klayve does know that there is one inside the room to his left. Whether he'll take the opportunity and sees it isn't the issue. Zay runs out of the door and pops Klayve in the face, and that is the first half. And that is the last of the first half, won by DME. Now, it would be a shame, it would definitely be a shame to see that Team Quantum loses just because of one player having to leave. And, yeah, definitely something that we wouldn't want to see personally. As, they're doing so well, and having just one player leave, hindering them so much, would definitely be a shame. But other than that, Darkpanda on Legion, MT on Echo, Flare on Maestro, and Klayve on Jaeger, very good picks, only having 4 people to work with and only having so many reinforcements that they could use. Darkpanda is 6 picking over to what I hope can be a possible Jaeger, actually. No, smoke. It's a run, sorry. Getting a smoke pick, which is very good in terms of planting now. Most of DME staying on their operators except for Phantom, who 6 picked over to block. Virgo operator to cause vertical destruction, and for playing in certain spots which would require a certain floor or wall to be open from a distance.
Reinforcing the wall! May lie at your back. Everything to worry about.
Yes, drones. Phantom's drone goes out, and DME is on death with 4 drones for intel. Anyways, Darkpanda's playing in offices and is possibly holding down a office hold, armory hold. I read the situation wrongly, but
Evil eye deployed.
wait, Fleur, sadly Fleur falls down from the archives cabinet, and he is down due to 20 health, and sadly with no dark, his health can be increased by not much.
Swapping.
With Phantom trying to open up the floor beneath, that they could possibly, you know, get some frags so then get defenders. Darkpanda comes in and gets a frag on Phantom, turning this into a 4v4 situation now. A bit more fair. Piranha just slightly we're just missing Darkpanda. To say actually trading on to trading Darkpanda out for Phantom.
Second charge.
Wait, Buckler opens up officers the archives walls and now has an angle into sight. Will he use this angle, you know, to his advantage too? Well, probably not. That is what we're all going to see.
Clear.
There's Kirana. Thank you for Kirana destroying that radio. So that now, you know, I'm not to hear it. A small hole open for DME. With Klayve falling through the hatch, there is a 1v2 situation and T's last man standing takes out BSK and Kirana. A Buckler trying to find his way back into sight with Anti. If Anti having diffuser control, he has to go against him in order to get the diffuser back. Now hearing the barbed wire getting destroyed, he is now cautious of his possible flank, but sadly there's no one there. It doesn't quite hear the EDS zapping and neither the bomb going down. Just the P5 is at the wrong spot as he planted by B-bomb itself. Anyway, so Anka tries to go for a flank, but sadly cannot because of that Claymore. And now they constantly ping Buckler. ZP firing my Buckler and up getting that headshot that DME needs to win that round, and that is round 7 if I'm not wrong, won by DME. It's definitely a shame to see when the team is doing so well and then just losing out because of one person leaving. Definitely not his fault. People have things to do, but it's just yeah, just something to see when a team loses just because of one person. But anyway, that isn't important. We're carrying on. So round 8 defenders, Team Quantum on the defending side, and DME on the attacking side as always. Darkpanda actually switching to Alibi. Maybe he'll be playing like Maverick Falcon, one of his players, and hopefully he'll be just as good as Maverick when he's playing on Alibi. But anyways, yeah, getting to the next round. Darkpanda is opening up that hatch, and hopefully this is his Prisma in a way where it will actually make the attacker believe that it is the real Darkpanda. Still pretty basic setup coming from Team Quantum, even though having that last man gone, and being very unfortunate for that to happen.
Down my +1. Deploying my trump card.
Reservoir going up. Reload!
With Darkpanda being spotted by one of DME's drones, he decides to flag. Decides to take a flank roll, and Flare goes down to Phantom, and Phantom claims another victim in Darkpanda, by taking Darkpanda, and now it's a 5v4, and it's just really sad to see.
Frag out.
Scanning for electronic! Bomb spotted!
So Blanca just not watching his hallway flank, getting some damage. Or taking some damage from Phantom.
Tossing EMP grenade.
Reload.
Yeah, from Phantom, and Phantom throws in the grenade. Possibly got any other traps that could be inside. Phantom claims another victim, and could he possibly get an ace in this situation? He takes out Doc, and the last victim for his ace is claimed by Bagla. Just that's very sad to see. He could have possibly gotten an ace, but apparently was taken by Bagla. But anyways, without that aside, it's now round 9. Current score is 4-4, and doesn't look like Quantum's doing so good. Floor 6 picking castle, very interesting.
Stay clear of BTS line of fire.
He's going first floor, and again pretty basic setups coming up here from Team Quantum, and not much really changing from the basic strats.
Grenade now.
Barricade set!
Reloading. Window secured.
Phantom finding another victim in finding Darkpanda down that hallway, just very unlucky today, it seems. And Phantom taking out the default cams in the hallway. Running out Kirana. Kirana gets a flick onto Flare. Very good kill. And now something. And the other potential room is now it's a 5v4. It's a 5v2 situation. Okay, sorry. It's a 5v2 situation. And there's just not much that I wouldn't want to say it's over, definitely, but they now the chances of winning are hindered tremendously, and it just seems like there's not much that they can do to actually bring this game back without that 5th player. Anyways, Klayve taking a very risky spot to actually hold an angle on. As you know, it's very easy to leaving the spot because it's now found out by BSK. BSK ends up getting the frag on Klayve, and that is round 9 won by DME. Excuse me. So, I think Quantum going back onto the second floor defense and hopefully having more luck this time than before and being able to possibly bring this to overtime. At most, you know, being off.
All reinforcements nearly done. Eagle Eye ready.
ADS up and running.
Placing my Eagle Eye.
Hopefully Flair's not picked off again first. And I can see that they're opting to hold objective. Rather anchor objective more than, you know, roaming objective. Darkpanda playing on the Jaeger, but it's not much. No, bottom first floor. Just nearly missing. Just what? Not spotting the head of Maestro at all. You know, it's fairly weird. And being unscathed, he just roams free. Safe finds the head of Klayve and takes him out immediately, without, you know, stalling or anything. And Lenka's still playing on the magic cam, not doing much. And Flare goes down too, now in a 5v2 situation, just like before. I think Quantum now has to make a decision on whether they're gonna end up having to frag the rest of the enemies or taking out Panda. The buckler flicks onto the Panda and Blanker finding the frag onto Panda is just not quick enough. Nikurana taking out Blanker, ending his short reign of terror. And now it's just a 4v6. Sorry, not 4v6, I apologize, 4v5. And the score is right now 46. This is mouth opening actually. Because I wouldn't expect a team like Quantum, like a really good team, to actually be losing this badly, even with one teammate down. Like me personally, I think they have a lot of potential to win this game, even if they have one person down. Is whether their morals will allow it. But that aside, this could possibly be our last match and the game ender for this whole BO3. And yeah. Again, pretty basic setup, but instead of Blanker playing on Maestro, he plays on the dog, which is a very good operator to play actually now, since he can now heal his teammates in case they are down from far range or in case they're just low health. But yeah.
All is done. Reloading, cover me. Drone ready.
very interesting spot for Tirana to just pre-fire that window, as there's normally people there. And Phantom pushing into officers, not finding anyone yet, but feels like he's a safe place to drop. It's just barely spotting the Echo Fountain, and now Dark slowly pushing up the officers. Sees the arm first, but Blanco just having the better shot and taking out Alkill Runner. They're not pushing into officers. Doesn't spot anyone on the balcony, and was off. Back around, not opening up that wall, but opting to drone instead of just normally nothing. Well, finally opening up it.
Knock knock.
Well, finally opening up that hole into officers that you see, and slowly pushes in. Doesn't quite see the head of the Brook. Got just a very clean tab, but not finding the dark, or not rather spotting the dark. Now it's all up to Blanco to possibly make this bet. Hiding in the corner. Hopefully no one can spot him. And he is killed by Bakla, and that is second map won by Darkpanda. Just overall interesting game in my opinion. Very interesting to see how everything played out, and how Quantum, tried their best, but yet because of one player hindering them, but because of the presence of one player not being able to make it and lose the game. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to thank you for tuning into this stream and spending some time with me here to watch Team Quantum play against CME. I hope you all have a good day, goodbye, and have a nice night.